The dark side of Brazil, what you need to know before visiting. Football, fiery dances, and stunning tropical landscapes. Sounds perfect, right? Brazil has it all. But here's the catch, there's more to this South American giant than meets the eye. Beneath the beauty lies something that might just make you rethink your trip. We're talking about laws, strange ones. Unbelievable rules and customs that will leave you scratching your head. So, before you pack your bags, think twice. Are you ready to face what's lurking behind Brazil's vibrant charm? Some of these things are not for the faint of heart. Think you're safe with the okay gesture? Think again. That simple okay gesture you do with your hand? In Brazil, it's a huge no-no. To you, it might just mean, I'm good, or everything's fine. But in Brazil, it's offensive, vulgar, even. Because it's a symbol of something way more inappropriate, and locals do not like it. But wait, there's more. Ever made the devil horns gesture? You know, index and pinky up, palm clenched? In Brazil, this isn't just rock and roll. It's a sign that someone's wife has cheated. Yeah, you heard that right. Get this wrong, and you might be looking at some serious trouble. So, if these hand gestures are part of your routine, you might want to rethink your habits before you visit Brazil. You wouldn't want to be misunderstood, right? Brazil, where music and dance are in the blood. If there's one thing every visitor says about Brazil, it's that the people are born to dance. Music flows through the veins of this country, and every beat is a celebration of life. Take samba, for example. When you think of Brazil, you think of samba. It's not just a dance, it's the heartbeat of the nation. Every carnival festival pulses with its infectious rhythms and mesmerizing moves, capturing attention from the first note. Samba blends lively beats with intricate footwork, making it an international symbol of Brazil. But Brazilian music isn't just about samba. The sound is a colorful fusion of salsa, indigenous influences, Portuguese, African, and even country music. It's a beautiful mix of sacred and profane, city and countryside, old and new. And all of these influences create one thing, a totally unique sound that's unmistakably Brazilian. And then there's forró and capoeira, an amazing fusion of martial arts, music, and dance that's just as dynamic as the culture itself. For Brazilians, dancing isn't just for the stage, it's a way of life. It's how they express joy, passion, and the heart of their traditions. So, when in Brazil, don't just watch, feel the rhythm and let the music move you. Drinking beer alone in Brazil? Definitely a no-go. Ever thought about cracking open a cold one by yourself? In Brazil, that's a major social faux pas. Here, drinking beer isn't just about the drink, it's about connection. It's about sharing stories, laughter, and good times with friends, family, or even strangers. Brazilians are party people. A beer isn't just for you, it's for everyone around you. With a bottle of beer, they'll pour a little for themselves, but then they'll pour for others, inviting them into the moment. It's all about creating that vibrant, social atmosphere. From carnival to local festivals, beer flows like water, and it's never a solo experience. This strong social culture is why Brazil is one of the world's leading beer and alcohol consumers. So, if you're in Brazil, don't drink alone, share the fun, share the beer. Nudist beaches in Brazil? Here's what you need to know. Think nudist beaches are strange? In Brazil, they're totally normal. While authorities crack down on harassment and obscenity, they happily embrace nudist beaches. There are 8 official nudist beaches across 5 states, Paraíba, Bahia, Espírito Santo, Rio de Janeiro, and Santa Catarina. The most famous? Praia do Tambaba. It's been a haven for naturism since 1991, offering stunning views and a welcoming vibe for those who love to let loose. But here's the thing. While being nude is completely accepted, respect is key. Don't even think about taking photos or videos without permission. Privacy is sacred here, and it's important to treat others the way you'd want to be treated. So, if you're planning to hit up a nudist beach, be sure to respect the space and the people around you. The forbidden island no one dares to visit. Ever heard of Snake Island? You won't believe what's there. Ilha de Queimada Grande, or Snake Island, is home to some of the deadliest creatures on the planet. Think you could survive? Think again. This island isn't just dangerous, it's a nightmare. With an average of 5 venomous snakes per square meter, it's the deadliest place on Earth. And these aren't just any snakes, these are golden lancehead vipers, some of the most poisonous in the world. A single bite? It could kill you within hours. The island is so terrifying that even the lighthouse keeper's family was wiped out. Snakes slithered into their house and took their lives. Legend says pirates cursed the island, releasing deadly snakes to guard their treasures. But now, it's more than just a mystery, it's a death trap. That's why the Brazilian government has banned anyone from stepping foot here. The only ones allowed? The Navy and a select few researchers. Everyone else? Stay away if you value your life. In Brazil, being late is actually considered a virtue. Ever been that person waiting for someone who's late? You're annoyed, right? But in Brazil, it's you who'll be judged if you're on time. Yep, you heard that right. In Brazil, being punctual is a big no-no. If you show up early, you're the one who'll be looked at like an outsider. A writer once said, "People in a hurry will feel miserable in Brazil," and it's spot on. Locals have a relaxed, life's a beach attitude, so showing up on time is considered rude, even in business. Take Lucy Bryson, a BBC reporter. She showed up just a few minutes late to a party in Rio. Guess what she found? The living room was still full of unopened food bags, and the host? Just getting out of the shower, casually saying, "I'm not ready yet." But because traffic, casual conversations on the street, and a laid-back lifestyle mean locals never rush. For social events, parties usually start way later than expected. So, if you're planning to attend a party in Rio, don't sweat it. Just plan to arrive 30 minutes late, at least. But here's the catch. When it comes to business meetings or formal events, Brazilians do draw a line. Show up on time for those. But for everything else? Embrace the delay. It's part of the culture. Flaunting wealth in Brazil? That could be a huge mistake. Think showing off your wealth is harmless? In Brazil, it's a major no-go. With one of the highest crime rates in the world, flaunting your valuables is not only risky, it's dangerous. Leave the flashy rings and necklaces at home. When you're out and about, keep your phone or camera tucked away. In some areas, pulling out your phone in public could make you a target. Robberies are common, especially in high-risk zones. So always stay alert. Don't give criminals a reason to notice you. Protect yourself, keep your possessions out of sight, and avoid drawing unwanted attention. Your safety comes first. Food in Brazil. Don't make this huge mistake. Think you can just pick at your food in Brazil? Think again. In Brazil, showing discomfort with food is a big no-no. No matter how strange or difficult it is to eat, never, ever make a face or show disapproval. Brazilians take their food seriously, and they'll notice if you don't. But that's not all. Want to eat with your hands? Not here. Brazilians use knives and forks for everything. Even something as simple as a sandwich? Grab a fork and knife, or risk looking rude. And here's a kicker, eating ice cream or chewing gum while walking down the street. Totally disrespectful. So, if you're planning to snack on pizza or fried chicken, make sure you've got a paper towel in hand, and maybe even a knife and fork for that pizza. It's all about showing respect for the food. Enter the slums in Brazil? That could be a death wish. Want to know the biggest rule for staying safe in Brazil? Never, ever enter the slums. Here's why. These areas are controlled by violent gangs. Strangers wandering into their territory? It's seen as a major threat, and the consequences can be deadly. You've probably seen the videos. The ones labeled images that cannot be shown on TV. Most of them are from Brazil. Hostage situations, kidnappings, and bloody confrontations. It's not a pretty picture. The police sometimes resort to extreme measures, taking deadly shots when they can. And even then, innocent people often get caught in the crossfire. But here's the real shocker. It's not just the gangs you have to worry about. The police? They're just as dangerous. From roadside attacks to harassment and brutality, the danger can come from anywhere. The bottom line? Stay far away from the slums. It's not worth the risk. Your safety is not guaranteed, no matter where you are in Brazil. The Pororoca wave, nature's most jaw-dropping phenomenon. Get ready for a nature shocker. Brazil isn't just home to the Amazon and Snake Island, it also harbors one of the most bizarre, destructive waves on Earth, the Pororoca. This wave isn't your typical surfer's dream. It's a tidal force of nature that rolls up the Amazon River every 2 years, between February and March. Imagine 6 to 9 meter high waves, lasting for over 30 minutes, wiping out everything in its path, houses, trees, even wildlife. It's not a tsunami, not a toxic wave, yet its power is just as fearsome. Here's how it works. Twice a year, the Atlantic Ocean sends a tidal surge into the shallow, narrow river mouths of the Amazon. When it hits, the wave crashes with a deafening roar, rolling over land and creating chaos. For surfers, it's a once-in-a-lifetime rush. But for locals? It's a nightmare. Entire villages have been wiped out by these waves, leaving people homeless and devastated. One of the most unforgettable instances occurred in 2003, when the Pororoca lasted an incredible 37 minutes and traveled 50 kilometers, causing widespread destruction and leaving people in poverty. So next time you think of Brazil, remember, it's not just about the beaches or the Amazon. Nature here has a power that's beyond imagination. What do you think about this wild phenomenon? Let me know in the comments below.